Test, test. Here we go. Colorado Springs Switchbacks are back at home and looking to keep it rolling against the defending Western Conference champions, the OC Blues FC. Colorado Springs right now second place in the Western Conference standings, trying to make it 4 straight coming into tonight. Welcome in, everybody. Josh Allen alongside Ryan Kaufman. And Ryan, the last 3 games for the Switchbacks, they've outscored their opponent by a score of 7-1, but it hasn't been just one guy. This has certainly been a committee-type effort for the Switchbacks.
Yeah, and I don't think Steve Trichu would have it any other way. Last year, fans were a little bit spoiled with the juggernaut-type numbers they put up. I think that Steve Trichu prefers a more balanced team, a team that defends. And you talk about scoring by committee. Last week, it was evident Josh Suggs scoring off of a corner kick. So they're getting scoring from all 3 levels, the back line, the midfield, and the strike force, which makes them very difficult to defend.
Well, just a few moments ago, I had a chance to catch up with the Switchbacks head coach Steve Trichu, talking about the advantage his team has had at home this season. Here with head coach Steve Trichu. And coach, when you look at the success the Switchbacks have had here at Switchbacks Stadium this season, what do you think the key has been in the shutouts thus far?
Well, really for this season, we're playing at a better quality than we did last year. Actually, obviously, we want to use the altitude to our advantage and up the speed and the tempo of the game, which we will do tonight. But it's just, these guys feel comfortable home. The grass is getting better here, so we're able to pass the ball a little bit more. But, we just got to take it to them tonight and get 3 points.
Well, defense has been spectacular here at home, especially the goalkeeping and David Lagorg, Billy Thompson, obviously combining for the 1 shutout as well. Talk about the goalkeeping, the defensive efforts of this team, enabling you guys to keep those shutouts going here at home.
Yeah, obviously it starts with David and Billy back there also, but the back 4 of Suggsy, Josh, Christian, and Jordy, Davey Armstrong stepping in every once in a while, but they've been solid so far. And then Ronnie Margetta sitting in front of them. So we got to keep that going, and I keep telling them if we're good defensively, that's going to lead to our attacks, and that's what we've been doing. So we got to keep concentrating on the defensive side of it, and get another shutout tonight.
Tonight's the reigning Western Conference champions. They've been on a bit of a rough streak, coming in 3 straight losses, but this is a team that perhaps that record can be a bit deceptive. What do you expect against OC in round 2?
Well, that's I told them in our team meeting, this is a dangerous team. They're a quality team. They're a good coach team, and so we've got to come in and, like I said before, we have to concentrate defensively and then take our chances when we go. But they have it in their mind that it's a psychological thing. Orange County coming in here, so we've got to really up the tempo of the game tonight and take it to them.
Coach, thanks so much. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks a lot.
A breezy night, but a gorgeous night for soccer here in Colorado Springs. The kickoff when we come back.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
CET is your home for adventure on Out West. All aboard? Out West takes us to Golden, where we visit the Railroad Museum, paragliding, and navigate choppy waters tubing. See it all right here on CET.
Well, the Switchbacks packing the house tonight, looking to go 4-0 here in 2016. OC Blues FC, the opponent, the Switchbacks. Well, their starting lineup tonight, Josh Suggs, the former OC Blues captain, against his former team for the 2nd time this season for OC Blues FC. Josh Cohen getting the start in goal for the first time in 2016 as he anchors this lineup for OC Blues FC. Brandon Miller was the guy, so Cohen gets the start and goal. Jackson McCracken has played 9 games every minute this season, 810 minutes played this season. The Slayer family, our military family game, we thank them for their service to our country and community. Josiah, 4 years active duty in the military. A gorgeous night here at Switchbacks Stadium as these two teams in opposite directions coming in. OC Blues FC, 3 consecutive losses, or rather winless in 3 consecutive coming in. They picked up a draw in one of those games, and the Switchbacks obviously 3 straight wins. OC Blues FC going from right to left. The Switchbacks in the home black jerseys. Josh Howe, Ryan Kaufman, glad you could join us here on a chilly but gorgeous night here in Colorado Springs. Here's Mike Seth up in front to Jordan Burt. The Switchbacks team at home, they have pitched a shutout in each of their 3 games here in 2016. A pair of 1-0 victories and a 2-0 win as well.
You know, fans might look at it like they're escaping by the skin of their teeth, but for Steve Treachu, this is exactly the way he spoke to you in the pregame about this, that you know what, they're in better form. They're only winning by a goal or 2, but they're controlling the game for the entire 90 minutes.
Well, Josh Cohen, a talented keeper, gets his first start here in 2016. Brandon Miller had played every minute this season for the Blues, but on a 3-game winless streak, they're looking to mix it up and try to change their fortunes here tonight on the road. Josh Phillips on the back end. That defensive end so tough for the Switchbacks. They'll race across midfield. This is Miguel Gonzalez. The Switchbacks going with that same starting 11. It has been so effective this season. A big reason why they're in 2nd place of the Western Conference standing, 6-2, 18 points. OC on the flip side, 9th place with 11 points at 3-4-2.
But we have to remember this is still the defending Western Conference champions. So they have members of last year's team on this one. So few players know how to win. So this is certainly not a gimme as maybe the records or the recent results would indicate.
Oh, this is meeting number 2 between these two teams this season. Back on May 8th in Orange County, it was the Switchbacks with a 3-0 shutout on the road. Saeed Robinson, Luke Vercoloni, Marty Mabin, all with goals in that victory. Saeed Robinson, you will not see the speedy forward here tonight, serving game number 1 of a 3-game suspension due to yellow cards and conduct on the field on their last road trip. Saeed certainly a spark plug off the bench for the Switchbacks here in 2016.
And it sure is. And you talk about that last meeting. I think if you're the OC Blues, you feel like for the most part you beat yourself. A bad clearance led to that first goal, and then you weren't able to get the ball out of your own end late in the first half. Luke Vercoloni scores that goal, and then it was a wrap after that. So OC, I think, feels like if they play their best game, they may have a chance here to pull off the upset.
The captain, Luke Vercoloni, to Mike Seth. At the midfield spot, he'll dump it back. And here we go, pushing it up is Tae-Song Kim across midfield for the Switchbacks. He'll swing it back to Christian Ibianca.
What a pickup that he has been. Came from the Faroe Islands, which I still don't fully know where they exist on our globe, but he has been quite the find, and a guy who played his college ball at Duke, so not unfamiliar to high levels of play.
Christian Ibianca, 8 games played, 720 minutes, a big, strong force at the back end for Colorado Springs. Here Phillips off the left foot, floats it down, 1 hop, top of the 18, and that's where Josh Cohen plays it. A talented keeper, number 1, Josh Cohen, getting his first start here this season. We'll see how OC Blues FC responds. It's been a hot, cold season for Orange County. Right now a 3-game winless streak, but they had a 3-game winning streak earlier this season. 3 consecutive 1-0 victories.
And that's just the beautiful thing about soccer, is that the margin between winning and losing is so razor thin.
For the latest Switchbacks FC news and ticket information, go to switchbacksfc.com. On the free kick here, they'll dump it down, quarter of the 18. And racing out, that's Ivan Merkovich. Into the box now, one hop in front of the box and getting crossed up. David Agoric diving to his right in front of the net. That looked like Brenton Griffiths. The first opportunity of the night for OC Blues.
Yeah, it was a really good look. Their first real look at the goal, and Griffiths not too happy with himself. Davila guessed wrong, and OC not able to capitalize.
Now, OC has had a hard time finding the back of the net this season as a man down the former OC Blues captain Josh Suggs. And that'll be switchback ball. OC Blues scoring just 7 goals this season, 4 in the first half, 3 in the second. And here's Suggs getting tangled up
by his former team. Spoke with Josh Suggs earlier in the week, and he said it was awkward when they played at Anteater Stadium because in his entire soccer career he had never played against a team he used to play for, but he anticipates that this weekend's matchup is going to be a little bit more normal, especially given OC's coming here to Switchback Stadium.
Well, Josh Suggs with a goal on the sheet this season. Picked up a goal in that win down in Arizona.
And that is a play, if you remember that corner kick that they scored, that is a design play from the Switchbacks. It was not just great aim, it was drawn up that way. And Josh Suggs scoring his first goal last week for the Switchbacks.
There's Mike Seth now with the left foot trying to get it up to Marty Maben, the leading goal scorer for the Switchbacks, and just through the end line. Well, Steve Tritchue talked about it in the pregame. They want to go up tempo, pick up the pace. At home, goals have been hard to come by. 3 games, a total of 4 goals. Granted, they've been 3 victories, but they want to see a little more offense here at Switchback Stadium.
Yeah, I think a more controlled pace is what Steve Tritchue will normally go with, but once in a while you got to open it up a little bit, let guys like Marty Maben make runs. You see it early, they're playing a lot of balls over the top, trying to generate some offense right out of the gate.
Well, this OC Blues team has had trouble on the counterattack. Their defense has been solid. Where they have been suspect is at the midfield spot. It'll be interesting to see how they match up tonight against Argueta Verkalodi and Tae-Song Kim, the starting 3 midfielders for Steve Tritchue. So foul on the play as we've got an OC Blues free kick here. In the 8th minute, Josh Howe, Ryan Kaufman, glad you could join us here Friday night in the Springs. Left-footed right out of the waiting hands of David Agoric.
Yeah, not quite as good of a look as they got on their last free kick. David Agoric able to come up easily and make the play on it.
Shout out also to our broadcast partner, Roland Vargas, of course, recovering from emergency surgery earlier this week, but Roland doing good. And Ryan, great to have you in the booth tonight. Certainly wishing Roland the best. A speedy recovery. I know he's doing well and certainly tuning in tonight. It was tough to keep him away from this match here tonight. He loves the game, loves the Switchbacks, and certainly try to get back in a hurry. So Josh Cohen secures for OC Blues. No score here, 9th minute of play. Mike Seth pursues. And now trying to work it up near midfield. There's the captain, Luke Verkalodi. OC, good ball across midfield, though. Get it up to Trevin Caesar.
The OC trying to go down the far side of the field, just out of the reach, as OC starting to build up their attack a little bit better here in the last few minutes, but still nothing to show for it.
Fans, a reminder, all USL matches are available live, free, and in HD on YouTube. Follow all the action on USL YouTube channel today. Zeros here. Less than 10 minutes in, Christian Ibiaga.
Sorry, Josh. The Switchbacks definitely playing the way they want to. It's just a matter of getting that timing down.
Suggs with the left foot, and it will be OC Blues ball. Well, May the 8th, the first meeting between these two teams in Orange County. A convincing win for the Switchbacks, as you can see Josh Suggs at tremendous speed, just a little too far out in front to be able to keep that one in play. But that started this 3-game winning streak. They followed that up with a 1-0 victory over the Portland team, the T2s, and then May the 21st, of course, on the road in Arizona, 3-1 victory. This is a Switchbacks team in year number 2 that has been so impressive. Inaugural season, they made it all the way to the semifinals, losing at a shootout to Oklahoma City. And here they are back, and perhaps a better team in 2016 right now, hot on the heels of the top team of the Western Conference with 18 points.
Yeah, Vancouver just refuses to lose right now, but their form will eventually come down, and the Switchbacks will have their chance to catch them. But right now, Vancouver's been so good. And the Switchbacks, you talk about this team possibly being better than last year. Talking with Josh Suggs, he says as he's talking to his teammates, they all feel that. So there's a feeling that even though the results may not be as lopsided as they were last year, they feel like when it comes to the playoffs that they're going to be better suited because they defend better and their counterattack is much better than it was last year.
Now OC here trying to penetrate this Switchbacks defense. They have been outstanding this season, have not given up a goal here at home this season. David Agor quickly up to play it for Colorado Springs. Ibiaga. They've got Kim in front of him. On the far side is Josh Phillips. Really spreading it out of the Switchbacks right now. Lots of patience here in the 12th minute of play. Still scoreless to Jordan Burt.
Yeah, that's what you need to do against this OC team. We talked about their struggles in the midfield. It's not just offensively, it's also coming back at them as well. That's why the Switchbacks have a good wide shape. They're moving the ball around, making OC be a little bit strung out, and then that's where you find those passing lanes to get down the field.
Up front, you got Seth Fercaloti, Marty Maben. Playmakers on top for the Switchbacks. Ibiaga. There's Argueta directing traffic for the Switchbacks. And really making this OC Blues team work here in the 13th minute. All kinds of space to cover for the visitors.
And the Switchbacks also doing a good job. The thing about Ibiaga and Suggs, Burt, guys like that, they like to get forward too, and you see that here. Not only are they passing it around, but they're inching closer and closer, and now the ball over the top.
Long ball down there. Suggs controls with the left foot. Josh Suggs now a little too much on that touch. And Phillips back to play to the OC Blues end. Or check that, the Switchbacks end.
And now another ball just out of the reach. They're going to try the other side now, and just out of the reach of Jordan Burt. And the Switchbacks want to play these balls over the top.
You can see Suggs there with the left foot, good speed, but defensively, OC Blues able to get back and clear. And don't forget, you can follow the Switchbacks on Twitter at Switchbacks FC, the Twitter handle for all the latest Switchbacks soccer news.
And Switchbacks, you could tell, not only because they want to open it up a little bit against a team like the OC Blues, but don't forget Josh Cohen getting his first action of the season. That's why the Switchbacks are pressing, want to play with those balls over the top.
Argueta able to get back as Bacchiello makes a push, and here comes Roy Mias. Mias with the left foot, and Gorick in goal, and that ball's headed out defensively. Christian Ibiaga there to knock down that cross.
Yeah, those defenders on the back line, they don't panic even when the first header doesn't get the ball far enough away. They stay with it.
Well, the size of Christian Ibiaga and Mias. That off
see
foot.
right there. Yeah, trying for that far post, but Josh Phillips doing a good job getting in there to head that ball away.
Phillips marking Trevin Caesar. Mias up the near side for OC Blues. He'll work into the Switchbacks in. Patience shown here by Nikola Illich. Now the far side, Josh Phillips going up high in the air. Check that, that was Josh Suggs. And that's going against OC.
And Josh Suggs telling the referee there on the far side, that's twice now that he's been taken out when he's gone high. Yeah, Josh Suggs going for the header the entire time. The OC Blues player just kind of looking at Josh and letting him go over the top of him. So easy call there for the referee.
Ibiaga to Jordan Burt. Strike downfield. Miguel Gonzalez breaking free, but Cohen, they're in position to make the play for Orange County. Josh Cohen making his first start here for OC.
And another long ball played through here for the Switchbacks. Good job by Cohen. You got to imagine that he's got some a little antsy here getting his first playing time, so he's happy to go out there and get that ball.
Good ball up to Mike Seth and try to connect with Marty Mabin, but defended well there by OC Blues. And that'll stay Switchbacks ball. Now you can see a lot of talk about this defense coming in for Orange County, showing it thus far.
Yeah, they are really a tough team to get in behind and make sequential passes to set up goals. And the Switchbacks are finding that out, but they're still playing those balls through and making OC work a little bit here.
Yeah, McCracken, Plutke, Griffiths, and Mias on that back end for Orange County. And Cohen mishit, and Mike Seth header up in the air, and Orange County able to recover. Seth closes in, good ball up for Orange County, trying to get a little breathing room here out of their own end.
Yeah, you like that kind of fade in golf sometimes when you're trying to get around trees, not so much when you're trying to kick it away from your own goal.
Well, there is a breeze, and it is blowing from the north, so certainly Josh Cohen and Orange County facing that here in the first half. They'll have the benefit if the wind holds up in this direction with the wind at their back. So certainly if you're the Switchbacks, you want to try to take advantage here in the opening half. You've got the wind, you've got the home crowd, and looking for the first lead of the game. No score here in the 17th minute.
And good job by Marty Mabin in the midfield. He's getting a little bit antsy up there up front. The guys haven't been able to connect to him, but he goes all the way to the midfield and makes a play.
Fans, don't forget, and Colorado Computer Support, one of the proud sponsors of Switchback Soccer here in 2016.
Yeah, the Switchbacks here, as we can see, still trying to get those crosses in, going through Josh Suggs a lot here in the first 15 or 20 minutes of the match, but they just can't seem to find anyone on the other end of it and also keep it in play.
Cohen, good ball down.
Wind didn't hurt him there.
Tae-Song Kim battling for that ball, midfield deflected out. Miguel Gonzalez closing in, and now they'll throw it down to the far side. Well, OC Blues played there by Oriel Cortes. Cortes splits the defense. Little spin move, pushing in on Kim. And ball from way out and way off the mark.
That was a nice sequence there from Oriel Cortes, and I think we'll see it here, yeah. Able to dribble around a few Switchbacks defenders, but nobody on the near side of the field to receive these crosses. Both teams are really having trouble with that here in the first half.
Now OC Blues showing a little spark offensively early on here. A couple of opportunities.
And let's not forget, for all of OC Blues' trouble offensively, one of their top scorers, Pavle Popara, is out, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Josh, because of yellow card accumulation. So a team that already struggles to get goals has one of their top goal scorers out today.
And Didier Crittenden also not on the roster here today.
So that's your top two scorers.
He's leading the team in goals with 2 per game, or 2 this season. So OC Blues still a filling out process, as Ronnie Argueta clearly frustrated there.
Yeah, he picked up the ball, and I don't think that the referee liked that too much. Went over and said something to Ronnie Argueta.
The Switchbacks team try to take advantage at home and take it away there by Kim, and down he goes. And now we've got a yellow card coming out, and the first card issued of the game, and it goes to the OC Blues.
Yeah, Oreo Cortez there, just frustrated that he got the ball taken away from him through the forearm here, and goes down, gets the ball taken away, and just there's frustration. Just grabs up near the collarbone. Easy call for the referee to make.
So free kick here, and it comes from the former OC Blues captain Josh Suggs. 21st minute. Left-footed strike. Ibiaga in position. Burt point blank. And what a save by Josh Cohen.
Yeah, Josh Cohen there protecting that far post, knowing that's probably where the play is going to go. The Switchbacks draw it up nicely.
Well, Burt on the doorstep. You see Ibiaga gets up. Burt with the right foot.
Yeah, Burt got it in there initially. Cohen makes the save, and then Burt just unable to finish on the second try, and you could see there the frustration. Josh could have saw that as the first goal of the game.
Had a chance to talk with one of the members of this OC Blues staff prior to the game, and boy, he raved about Josh Cohen, his talent. Certainly we haven't seen it in the regular season in USL play this year, but on display now. A tremendous save, and keeps this one even. No score here, 22nd minute.
Well, we saw a few weeks ago when David Legoric went out when he took that blow to the head. Billy Thompson came on, and he was phenomenal. Sometimes even if you're a guy that never gets called on, you know, you get your chance. So much adrenaline, you want to make an impression, and you see saves like we just saw.
They'll drop it back to Mias. Now to the top, working here to the right, it's Murkovic. Trying to spread out this field, the OC Blues. A scoreless match here, opening half. The Switchbacks looking to make it 4 consecutive wins on the season, of 4 straight here at home, and OC Blues looking for their first win in 4 tries. Great matchup, a team in Colorado Springs in position to try to capture a Western Conference title for the first time against the defending Western Conference champions, and offsides the call.
Yeah, Joe Bocciello taking off a little bit too soon there, getting the offside call on him.
Now the sun is out, the breeze still blowing here at Switchback Stadium. On a gorgeous Friday night. Fans are so many good causes the Switchbacks are a part of. American Heart Association, one of those. The Heart Walk, June 14th, 2016. You can be a part of it here at Switchback Stadium.
Switchbacks with some momentum there, but OC sticking a foot out there and going back the other way.
OC Blues now to the Switchbacks in. Thought about a shot from way out. They'll move and tap it back. And a good tackle there, and now a whistle. And a man down for the moment. That's Dusan Stefanic. Holding that left knee. And here's how it happened.
As Stefanic just sliding in there for the tackle, and I think Miguel Gonzalez just coming down hard on it, and you can see Stefanic getting up, and it looks like he's going to stay in. Just probably some shin to knee contact. Doesn't feel too good with, even though Miguel Gonzalez is a slight guy, that much, all his body weight landing on your knee, can't feel good.
Josh Phillips, long ball down to Mike Seth, and that will be switchback ball. Jordan Burt on the throw-in. Ronnie Argueta, cross field. Nobody home. He had Gonzalez in the area. It's too much on that strike.
And we talk about, obviously, Josh Suggs with his ties to this team, having played for them, but whenever the two letters OC come up, it perks up the ears of Ronnie Argueta, of course, from that area. Never played for the OC Blues, but kind of feel like maybe that's his hometown team and wants to do well against them.
Billy Thompson, of course, another former OC Blues player. Saw time last year in Orange County, and Billy, of course, responsible for one of those impressive shutouts here at Switchbacks Stadium, coming in for the injured David Agork earlier this year. Boy, what a luxury for Steve Tritchu, having two great keepers on this roster.
Yeah, you think with in soccer so much that you really only need one to be good, but a lot of teams in the USL, including the Switchbacks, need two.
Fans, lots of way to stay in touch with the Switchbacks on social media. Check them out on Facebook and like the Switchbacks. And there's Josh Cohen going up, making another play in the box here tonight. Quick throw out on the near side is Josh Cohen, his first start this season. Suggs with the left foot, and there's Cohen going up, securing with two hands. Nicely done by the keeper.
Yeah, we keep saying his first start. He sure doesn't look like it. Are we sure about that? That this is his first start? Because he's doing it all so far for the OC Blues.
Oh, a talented keeper, and the reason he has not been on the field to this point, Brandon Miller has been that good. Miller playing in all 810 minutes prior to this match, a 1.33 goals against average, but head coach Oliver Weiss looking to switch things up and provide a spark for his team, perhaps. Josh Cohen will provide that here tonight. No score, but a defensive struggle. 27th minute. Jordan Burt near midfield. Argueta swinging it far side to Josh Phillips. Phillips, a little burst, gets it across midfield, trying to squeeze it through the defense now. Miguel Gonzalez outside part of the foot. Switchbacks trying to fill little rhythm here. It's been stagnant offensively to this point.
A lot of east and west, not enough north and south in the last couple minutes.
Tae-Song Kim, now Vercoloni, the captain. Left foot, taps it over for Gonzalez. He'll chip it up. Suggs controls, spins around Josh. Good ball work there to Miguel Gonzalez. They are having to work for everything just to try to get it deep, and the ball off the left side of the post, wide. Shot taken by Miguel Gonzalez.
Really good flick there earlier in the play by Miguel Gonzalez, getting it to Josh Suggs and then receiving it back. Not a bad look at goal. You can see here the strike bouncing just wide, but Switchbacks have trying to get everything up at goal. Why not try a little bit of distance and see if you can't connect that way?
So the throw in far side for OC Blues. Tight one here. OC has given up just 3 goals in the opening half through the first 9 games this season. They've been rock solid defensively. Second half, they've had their issues. We'll see how that plays out. Still plenty of time here in the opening half, but a team coming up to 6,500 plus feet. Certainly fatigue, you would have to believe, will factor into this one here for the back half of the match.
Well, especially the way that the Switchbacks have come out, playing so many long balls, trying to outrun OC Blues players to the ball. They know how to play in this altitude, and they know how to wear out their opponent.
Look at a push against this Switchbacks defense. Tae-Song Kim, Ronnie Argueta closing in, drops it back to Maurice Plunke. Down ahead, this is Mias and Ibiaga, well positioned for Colorado Springs, and a throw in here for Mias.
Yeah, Christian just letting that one roll, keep rolling to the end line, and then when there's not much room left, he just calmly fires it out to the near side.
And they're going to get Christian Ibiaga with a foul. So an opportunity here in the 30th minute. Big physical play out of Christian Ibiaga. That right foot swept him down.
Yeah, I mean, Ibiaga is going for the ball there, but obviously came up with more ankle of Trevin Caesar than ball there. So one could go either way.
Dusan Stefanic And Roy Mias Stefanic takes it backside and blast it right through the end line.
Almost looked like he was trying to hook it into the far post. I mean, he had quite a bit of heat on that one. That was going to be a tough ball, even if it was on point for anybody to head in there. It really looked like he was trying to tuck it in there. That's a really tough angle, but that's sure what it looked like he was trying to do.
Fans, check out all USL Soccer on Instagram to see match highlights and action shots from games all around the USL. Gork pushes it up to Christian Ibiaga. There's Burt trying to push downfield, and now Ibiaga opts to go the other way to Josh Phillips. A lot of spacing still out of the Switchbacks team. Phillips now. There to the OC Blues end. Here's Maben, a little bit of space up ahead. Great ball. Here's Vercodoni into the box. Vercodoni breaks free, hits the turf in the box, and no call. What a feed from Marty Maben, and the captain not pleased whatsoever.
Yeah, here's a great feed. Vercodoni just never could really get his balance there.
The Switchbacks fans want a corner kick.
Wow, did they say Luke was the last one to touch that? Oh, there it is. Okay.
So
order has been restored.
Scored a goal off a corner kick down in Arizona a week ago. Here he is, no score, 32nd minute.
And this looks like they're going to try to do the same thing that got Josh Suggs his first goal as a member of the Switchbacks. Just crowd and crash the goalie.
Here's Suggs into the wind. Ball's up, backside header,
wow.
Get in! The Switchbacks strike first in the 32nd minute. It's Josh Phillips. Suggs to Phillips, 1-0 Switchbacks.
Josh Suggs with the same type of corner kick that he scored on in Arizona, left it a little bit out and allowing Josh Phillips to head it in. That another just beautiful corner set up here by the Switchbacks. And Suggs again going far post. The advantage of this is that if he can't quite get it to curl, at least he has someone on the far side, and that someone is Josh Phillips.
What a ball by Josh Suggs and Josh Phillips. That leaping at ability, just tremendous position. He heads it in, and Phillips comes up with the goal in a big 1-0 lead for Colorado Springs.
And Phillips becoming the has maybe took a little bit of contact there on the shoulder. Phillips will now become the 7th player on the Switchbacks to have scored a goal this season. For Josh Suggs, that'll be his first assist.
Josh Phillips, his first goal, and boy, he is feeling the effects of that, holding that shoulder, and we'll see if we can get another look. But from this vantage point, didn't appear to be any repercussions after that header. It looked to be a clean goal. Not a lot of contact, at least after the goal, but we'll see what led to that. But what a start for Colorado Springs in the 32nd minute. And there's the ball in from Suggs and Phillips. Backside.
Well, you could see his arms a little bit tangled there with one of the Blues players in the back, and then initially I think the joy of scoring a goal, he didn't feel the pain, and then he got around midfield and was like, oh wait, my shoulder kind of hurts, and that had him go down. And unfortunately for Josh, he's going to have to come out of the game right now.
Wow, what a tough loss for the Switchbacks. The adrenaline wears off, and Phillips, one of the top defenders at a USL, leaves the game at a 34th minute, but his team up 1-0. A big-time goal. Josh Suggs to Josh Phillips. A header off the corner kick, and the Switchbacks in control. They have now, in the 3+ matches here at home, as Mias trying to fight off defenders, they've outscored their opponents 5-0. Shutout still intact. Cohen has looked so good, but boy, you can't fault Cohen on that play. Well designed corner kick by the Switchbacks. And they've got the lead now. We'll see if they turn up the tempo in this game. 35th minute. They'll push it up to midfield. There's Vercoloni over his head, and Miguel Gonzalez on the far side to drop it back, and that's where Josh Suggs will play it.
Yeah, always a very key time whenever the first couple minutes after that initial goal is scored, because you know OC wants to push it, but they leave themselves open for a counterattack if they're a little bit sloppy. So the next couple minutes going to be really important for both teams here.
As Christian Ibiaga on the back end is Switchbacks without Josh Phillips. Exit the game in the 33rd minute. J.J. Greer comes in to spell the outstanding defender for Colorado Springs. But boy, what a luxury. J.J. Greer, a guy who started games in 2015. So you talk about depth that Steve Tritchie's been able to develop, certainly playing out here in the opening half with Greer coming in place of the injured Josh Phillips.
Yeah, that was two things. There were two things that I think Steve Tritchie really went into this last offseason. One was to get top-line talent on the back row, but the other was to build depth. We see it with Billy Thompson, and we, of course, see it with J.J. Greer holdover, but he can't crack the starting 11.
Josh Phillips still in the playing area, is actually over behind the bench, so he has not gone back to the locker room, and certainly tending to him. But right now it's J.J. Greer coming in place on the back line. You got Bert, Ibiaga, J.J. Greer, and Josh Suggs, the defensive four for Colorado Springs. And tough to tell in live action where he got hurt. And
oh no,
perhaps when he hit the ground, you can see there, hit the turf of the right shoulder, and tough to tell for this vantage point as Gora comes up with a punch out now. And OC Blues, this crowd has gotten quiet in a hurry, and OC Blues looking to even up this score.
Yeah, that would be extremely unfortunate for Josh Phillips and the Switchbacks if it did occur on the extra celebration there after the goal. Bill Gramatica for their kicker for the Arizona Cardinals so many years ago ended up blowing out his ACL because of a celebration. Got to be careful.
Seen that time and time again in the National Football League. Of course, Lamar Houston, the former Doherty High Spartan, playing for the Chicago Bears, ended up with the season-ending injury after celebration. It happens time and time again, but we'll see how this one plays out for Phillips. The good news is he got the goal. His team is up. We'll see how they respond here, up 1-0 in the 38th minute. Fans, Colorado Computer Support, one of the fine sponsors of Switchback Soccer. Check out Colorado Computer Support. They'll drop it back, a little physical play there. Kim hits the turf, and this will go the other way. Tae-Song Kim. You know, he is a player who has seen a lot of minutes this season. He's really not shown up statistically in terms of goal scoring, but he's been solid. 8 games played coming into tonight, 550-plus minutes. A great addition to this midfield for the Switchbacks here in 2016.
Really ties everything together because you have the higher profile additions of a Josh Suggs or a Christian Ibiaga, but just a little bit under the radar, but no less valuable.
Burt backside. Gonzalez gives chase. He'll keep the ball in play. There's Miguel Gonzalez near the top of the 18, cleared out of there by Orange County. Argueta. Kim with the right foot, one hop, and Cohen plays it off the foot for OC Blues.
Another long ball played here from OC Blues. They're looking to kind of replicate what the Switchbacks did in the first few minutes of this game, and who would blame them? It ended up working out for the Switchbacks eventually.
Fans, all kinds of great events going out around Switchback Stadium. It's the fireworks pack. You can purchase the All-American pregame fireworks pack. Of course, go to switchbacks.com for more information on this fantastic pregame fireworks pack.
Taesong Kim just picking up a yellow here.
So the second yellow card issued tonight. The first one going to Oriel Cortez. Taesong Kim picks up the first. Long ball, the free kick, and David Agoric, the strong hands, comes in with a great stop.
And takes a hit. Nobody seems, David Agoric is a magnet for contact in the box.
Those strong hands, and boy, well shielded there. You had Mike Seth, J.J. Greer back defensively for the Switchbacks.
Brenton Griffiths there. Maybe a little bit of an arm extension there to give David a hit around the neck, but the referee didn't feel like it warranted anything else but a warning.
So Jordan Burt on the throw, and now they're going to say it's OC Blues ball. One hop there to midfield. Well defended there by Colorado Springs. Fans, follow at USL on Twitter to keep up with all the live action during the 2016 USL season. Mike Seth taking it away there. Mias. Now up, it's Trevin Caesar. Quick play by Marty Maven. Try to get by the defender. Here's Maven in the open field. And boy, well defended again. How about the play at the back end by Maurice Plunke?
Yeah, that's going to be a matchup to watch when Marty drifts over to that side. You can see it there, two guys, very physical players and also very fast too. There, Plunke got the upper hand, but there will be more matchups between those two in the rest of this game.
So J.J. Greer back to Christian Ibiaga. In case you just joined us, Switchbacks with a 1-goal lead thanks to the duo of Josh Suggs and Josh Phillips on a corner kick in the 32nd minute. It's Suggs sending it in to Josh Phillips on the backside, puts it in with a header. And that's where we stand here in the 42nd minute of play. The Switchbacks looking to make it 4 straight wins overall and 4 straight at home. And OC, well, trying to get back in the win column. They have been winless in their last 3.
We kind of thought coming into this game that it was going to be a little bit physical. The referees have at times called this thing very tight, but other times like there, OC Blues player takes a little bit of contact. The referee doesn't decide to blow his whistle. So we knew this thing would get a little bit chippy at times. It's just up to the referees whether they'll stop it or not.
One hop and Gork, well played, diving to his left. Fans, don't forget, this is the first of 2 straight at home for the Switchbacks. Saturday, June 4th, St. Louis FC is in town. A 7 o'clock start against St. Louis.
One of the new boys here in the USL this year.
Well, 15 teams of the Western Conference. This is an outstanding conference and certainly on display. Here's the team in OC a year ago. They won the Western Conference. Right now, they've hit a rough spot in the season. 3 straight winless games, and Gorick says just back off. But Steve Tritchu said prior to this game, you know what, do not be deceived by that 3-0 loss that Orange County faced in meeting number 1 back on May 8th. This is a much better team. We've seen it here today. OC Blues, they're a strong club.
Yeah, they really are. And Josh Cohen, putting him in the lineup has really made a huge difference today from the first time. The 2 goals that were scored in the first half at Anteater Stadium when these 2 teams met up last time, just silly mistakes by the OC Blues that allowed the Switchbacks to get 2 goals before the half, and then they were just unable with the defensive prowess of the Switchbacks to come back in the second half. But the addition of Josh Cohen has really made all the difference.
And for Canodi. And Burt sends it down. Marty Maven in the area, but so is Maurice Plunke.
And you talk about the OC Blues, they're down this year, but they won the West last year, and that just, a lot of people look to the East and see the gaudy point totals, and it's just not as well balanced as the West. The West has so many good teams, and a team like the OC Blues, who people might look at and say they're a down team, they still have a lot of talent, and it's been on display here in the first half.
Yes, good speed on the cross and a little too strong through the end line.
Yeah, another cross just going in, but nobody crashing that far post to try and score that goal.
That's Roy Mias, and
yeah, see, nobody in the even general vicinity of the cross there.
We tick towards the 46 minute. Looks like 1 minute of extra time going to be tacked on to the end of this first half. Mike Seth, ball over his head. Argetta in the area, so is Taesong Kim. Quickly getting the ball down is Dusan Stefanic.
And then Ibiaga once again calmly stepping in front of the OC Blues forward and sending it downfield.
Griffin has it go out. About 30 seconds of extra time remaining here in the opening half. All kinds of balls bouncing around out there.
Oliver Weiss was pleading with his team to hurry up and get forward. He realizes how much time is left. Not much, only a minute of stoppage time.
Here's Kim trying to split the defense. Final seconds here of this opening half. Ibiaga gonna retreat, and that should just about do it here for the first half. Well, 45 minutes in the books, and the Switchbacks head to the locker room with another lead here at home. The corner kick, Josh Suggs to Josh Phillips. That is the difference. First goal of the season for Josh Phillips, a 1-0 lead at the half. We'll be back with the highlights and the stats from the opening 45 minutes after this.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
Headed to the mountains? Watch Good Morning Vail on CET Comcast Entertainment Television for everything you need to know to start your day and plan your play. Good Morning Vail, your local resource for mountain weather, travel conditions, local events, and activities. Tune into CET Comcast Entertainment Television. Let us be your guide for adventure in the Rockies. Don't miss the fun. Watch Good Morning Vail live every day at 7 a.m. on Comcast Entertainment Television. Good Morning Vail. Be in the know before you go.
Fall in love with living yoga all this month on CET. Kelly Moore leads you through positions that will transform your body, mind, and spirit. Start your day at 6 a.m. or take a midday break at noon. Watch Living Yoga every day right here on CET. Women are proving through history that they're a valuable asset on and off the battlefield. Discover this amazing documentary as it chronicles women in the military. A Vision of Valor, Women Warriors, all this month on Comcast Entertainment Television.
In our house, we do just about everything online. and our old internet wasn't cutting it. So I switched us from CenturyLink to Xfinity. They have the fastest, most reliable internet, which is perfect for me, because I think everything should just work. Works?
Works.
Works. Works?
Works.
Works.
Don't settle for CenturyLink. Xfinity delivers the fastest, most reliable internet. Perfect for people who like things to just work. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or visit today.
The Switchbacks looking to keep it rolling here at home, off to a great start. A 1-0 lead over OC here after 45 minutes of play. Back here in the booth, Josh Howe, Ryan Kaufman. And Ryan, you take a look at that opening half. A couple of things stand out. One, we talked about it going in. Both these teams very good defensively. Certainly played that well early on. And then timely play for the Switchbacks. They get the set piece off the corner. Josh Suggs, Josh Phillips, they do it on defense, and they did it offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. And that goal was a long time coming for the Switchbacks. They were playing a lot of balls over the top, trying to get in behind the OC Blues defense. They weren't really able to do so, and then they finally got a ball into Luke Vercoloni. He ends up getting it knocked away. It turns into a corner, and then you end up having the Suggs to Phillips connection, although unfortunate after the goal for Josh Phillips. But really well played first half for the Switchbacks. They came out and executed their game plan to a T, and they have a 1-goal lead because of it.
Phillips leaving in the 33rd minute due to the injury. Well, Josh Cohen get his first start in USL play in the regular season. He has played well. The question is, how much longer can he keep OC in this game? They're playing at 6,500 plus feet. They're down on the road, and if history is any indicator this season, they have struggled in the second half, giving up 9 goals coming in. So adjustments, if you're Steve Tritchew, tempo-wise, how much do you try to turn up the pace here, really spread it out and really push it, make OC run here in the second half?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you do, Josh, because in the first half, you're a little bit more methodical. You played the long balls, but for the most part, it was a lot of changing the field one side to the other. Marty Mabin, we didn't call his name too much there in the first half. I think they're going to get him heavily involved and, yeah, push the pace a little bit, try to get these OC Blues gasping a little bit.
And try to get this crowd going. A nice crowd on hand. It's a chilly night, a breezy night out here at Switchback Stadium. But what you can see in the second season, just the support certainly swelling up here in Colorado Springs on a chilly night, but the fans in full support. They would love to get this crowd back in the game, some energy, and really feed off that. And early on, if they can jump up, put another goal on the board, you would have to think that would be pretty disheartening if your OC Blues coming out early on of the second half, giving up a goal 2-0 would be an awful big deficit on the road at altitude.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes of the second half are going to tell us everything we need to know about this game.
Well, we will see how it plays out. Again, this is game number 1 of a 2-game homestand for the Switchbacks. Next Saturday night, they take on St. Louis. And again, this is a team trying to position themselves for a Western Conference crown. The Switchbacks right now hot on the heels of Vancouver with 18 points. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, all the highlights and statistics from the opening half. The Switchbacks out in front here at home.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
Fall in love with living yoga all this month on CET. Kelly Moore leads you through positions that will transform your body, mind, and spirit. Start your day at 6 a.m. or take a midday break at noon. Watch Living Yoga every day right here on CET.
Let's Eat, a show about eating. We travel down the Denver metro area to find the tastiest eats, drinks, and sweet treats. Tune in Thursday night to check out the newest, hippest, and yummiest places to get your eat on. Let's Eat. Only on CET.
Headed to the mountains? Watch Good Morning Vail on CET Comcast Entertainment Television for everything you need to know to start your day and plan your play. Good Morning Vail, your local resource for mountain weather, travel conditions, local events, and activities. Tune into CET Comcast Entertainment Television. Let us be your guide for adventure in the Rockies. Don't miss the fun. Watch Good Morning Vail live every day at 7 a.m. on Comcast Entertainment Television. Good Morning Vail. Be in the know before you go.
CET is your home for adventure on Out West. See how Elitch Gardens has evolved over the decades right here on Out West. Take a ride on the teeth-grinding, hair-curling, nail-biting roller coaster. Out West, see it all right here on CET.
We are at the half. Switchbacks Stadium, Colorado Springs, the number 2 team in the Western Conference, leading Orange County here by a goal. Josh Howe, Ryan Kaufman back here in the booth. And Ryan, defense, and more defense in the first half. Let's start with the Switchbacks at home. They've been so good, have not given up a goal here in 2016, and trying to push the tempo early on, an opportunity. But Josh Cohn, in his first start, he looked good and tough to penetrate. Cohn, as he makes a great save against Jordan Burt.
Yeah, they're playing balls over the top, not only to test the keeper who hasn't played a single minute this season in a game, but also to try to wear down the Blues a little bit here as we get ready for the second half.
And a great feed from Marty Maven to Luke Furcadoti. And that close to making it 1-0, but this made it 1-0. It's Suggs to Josh Phillips, backside of the header off the corner kick, 32nd minute. But that was big, but perhaps this is even bigger. During this celebration, he suffers an injury, exits in the 33rd minute. So no update on his status, but he is out of the game. J.J. Greer comes in. Nonetheless, a 1-0 lead for the Switchbacks. Well, let's take a look at OC Blues. They had some opportunity early on, and early on, they looked like the offensive team pressuring the Switchbacks defense.
Yeah, late in the half, they were able to really create. There's a chance early created that was a drawn-up goal, but weren't able to capitalize. And then they went into a lull, and then later in the half, they started coming forward a little bit better.
You can see David Agoric, another outstanding save of the Switchbacks. Low ball, one hop. Goric to his left makes the stop. David Agoric coming up with 2 saves in that opening half of play, and you can see there that corner kick the difference in this one. 3 shots for the Switchbacks, couple for Orange County, and some free kicks for Orange County. Yellow cards, 1 apiece for both these teams.
Yeah, and you look at 3 shots for Colorado Springs and you say, man, that's a little bit low, but it's only 2 shots on target, too. So they knew what they were doing. They were trying to be methodical with Orange County, wear them out a little bit, set the tone, and they'll create more chances in the second half.
You get the feeling, the tempo, the energy really going to be turned up here in the second half. Adjustments if you're Orange County. And head coach Oliver Weiss, what kind of adjustments real quick do you make here going to the second half?
Well, I think you need to be a little bit more organized. They get bunched up on one side of the field, and it's making it easy for the Switchbacks to defend them.
We'll see what kind of adjustments they make the second half when we come back here, Switchback Stadium, on a Friday night here in the Springs.
CET is your home for adventure. Blackhawk is known for its gambling, but did you know it has a mine tour and historic opera house? Go on an adventure with us on Out West. See it all right here on CET. CET is your home for adventure on Out West. Grab some sand and climb a rock with us on Out West. Or take an adventure Jeep tour on some of the most scenic roads in Colorado. See it all right here on CET. Your popcorn and grab a drink for Big Movie Mouth Off, hosted by Jimmy Martin. See video on demand, reviews, and the latest films and trailers. Right here on CET.
If you sign up for DirecTV's latest deal, prepare to be blindsided. Because they'll double your rate before you know it. And you'll find you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $3,000. That's why the smart choice is Xfinity. You can see all the best action in football all season long, with no surprises. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
We're to get this second half underway. That's the captain, Luke Furcaloni, and Marty Maven, the leading goal scorer for the Switchbacks, and all smiles right now. Why not? Loose and free coming out of the locker room with a 1-0 lead, going from right to left here in the second half, into the teeth of that wind blowing out of the north. And a giveaway there is Jordan Burt on the defensive end. OC Blues looking to tie it up, and that blast to the right side. Boy, a little burst here to start the second half for the road team.
Yeah, they got downfield in a hurry once they stole that ball. The OC Blues coming out knowing the importance of the first few minutes.
Well, a quarter kick here, and an opportunity. You can see there Burt retreating and a blast. And now a first quarter kick of the second half. First quarter kick in the game for OC Blues.
Yeah, this corner was kind to the Switchbacks. We'll see if it's just as nice to OC Blues here to start.
Roy Mias on a quarter for the Blues.
A little bit of jawing there. Christian Ibiaga getting warned by the referee there. A little bit of physical play as well.
Mia's ball short of the post and ricocheted out. So a throw in here for OC as Roy Mias drops it off for Jackson McCracken. 810 minutes played coming into this one. He has played every minute this season defensively for OC Blues. It's Ivan Merkovich on his far side. Now they're going to spread it out, and boy, you can really feel that wind blowing. We're in a booth, just a crack in the door, but howling in here, blowing hard out of the north, and that temperature continues to plummet. Don't have the official readings. I'm sure our cameraman up top could tell us it is getting cold in a hurry.
Is that an official meteorological term?
I think it's as official as it's going to get. It's the real thing. Out in the elements. Doing a great job, as always, our crew behind the cameras in the truck here tonight. Glad you could join us for Switchback Soccer. Friday night here, late May, this Memorial Day weekend. Now the Switchbacks with a 1-goal cushion coming out here in the second half. Suggs to Phillips, the header, 32nd minute. That is the difference. You take a look at the numbers going into half number 2. The Switchbacks have been outstanding, outscoring their opponents 8-3. It's been just the opposite for Orange County, been outscored 9-3.
And that's the mark of a good team. Can you close games out? OC Blues can't. That's why they're going one way, and the Switchbacks can, and why they're ascending in the West.
There's Argueta. Up to Luke Vercoloni off the right foot. Vercoloni drops it back to Suggs. The former OC Blues captain now, J.J. Greer, who came in the 33rd minute for the injured Josh Phillips. Greer downfield and too much. And Miguel Gonzalez says, hey, just take a little bit off that ball. Tough, though, to gauge it. They're kicking into the wind, and certainly the flight of the ball on a strike that far downfield, tough to judge the touch. Big hop, and J.J. Greer heads it out at midfield.
And no reason to mess around with it. Just head it out and let the OC Blues come to you.
Tae-Song Kim take it away there, giveaway, and here's Ivan Merkovich looking to connect with Joe Bacchiello and not be able to do so.
Yeah, way too far out of Bacchiello's reach. There's no way he was going to get on the other end of that.
So look there, David Agoric. How good has he been this season for the Switchbacks? .83 goals against average. A shutout intact again tonight. Seth off the right foot.
And you remember last year, he started as the backup for the Switchbacks, and then he ended up getting the job, and he just hasn't looked back. In fact, he's become one of the best keepers in the USL.
Second consecutive season, Steve Tritchie knows, hey, this thing is built on defense, great goalkeeping, and oh, by the way, they are one of the top offensive teams in all of the USL a season ago. Miguel Gonzalez drops it back to Ronnie Argueta. Now J.J. Greer for the defensive spot. Look at him move the ball here. Argueta with the left foot into the corner, and they are really making OC run. Here's Burt now near the end line, drops it back. Here's Seth, a little bit of space off the left foot into the box, and now OC able to clear it out. Here's a run, open field now. Greer defensively gets back, tough angle, and a player down, and grasping that left knee is Trevin Caesar.
J.J. Greer making really the only play he could make. You can't let OC get behind you, and he makes the tackle, and we'll see if it's hard. I mean, it looked in real time like it was pretty hard. Let's see here. Maybe elevated the leg a little bit, but I mean, that's a pretty...
As you said, it's a play he's got to make, at least to try to slow him down. So second yellow card of the match issued to the Switchbacks. And an opportunity here, a free kick, as they tend to Trevin Caesar.
Yeah, might have gotten cut once he was tackled there.
Inside part of the knee.
Yeah, Caesar coming in here. Again, J.J. Greer doing what he's supposed to do. Maybe got a little bit high with that other leg, and Caesar, of course, embellished a little bit there to make sure he got the call going in his favor.
Fans, you can follow the Switchbacks on Twitter. Go to @SwitchbacksFC for all the latest Switchbacks soccer news. Well, Trevin
Caesar telling the referee, look at my knee. How is that not a red?
He scored a goal this season, tied for the team lead in shots here in 2016 with 18 coming into this match. Helped off the field in a physical game, lots of defense from the get-go. Both teams going back and forth. Tae-Song Kim going down to the first half, and boy, another switchback there hits the turf. That's Miguel Gonzalez tangled up there with Juan Merkovich.
You know, we knew coming in here that OC Blues, when you're a hungry team, sometimes get a little chippy, and that's what has been the case, and the Switchbacks are just matching it.
And Gorek over the crossbar.
And the OC Blues want a tip there. They thought Davila tipped it, and I think the referees are going to agree with him.
Well, Davila going up high. That was close. Left-footed strike, and Gorek, it appeared that he did get a finger on that ball. So
yeah, and Davila not putting up much protest there, so you could kind of tell by Davila's reaction that he accepted that.
Nikola Illich, the Heineken corner kick, our first Heineken corner kick of the night. Here in the 54th minute, Illich. And headed off angle, ball still loose on the doorstep, still alive and out, cleared out with the left foot by the Switchbacks.
And not a great corner there going to the near post, but it just kind of hung around there inside the 18. A little tense moments there for Davila Gorek and the Switchbacks, but someone able to get their foot in there to finally clear it out.
Now more and more pressure being applied by the OC Blues, and boy, dangerously close. That ball felt like a long time it was sitting there in front of the goal box and finally cleared out by Colorado Springs. Now, so far they have weathered the storm, but right now it has been OC Blues, the aggressors here in the second half.
And they need to be. I mean, there's no doubt about that the Switchbacks imposed their will in the first half. OC Blues trying to flip the script here in the second half, and they've looked a better team.
On a run down, it's Jackson McCracken. Ball into the 18, headed out of there by J.J. Greer. And that was Jordan Burt defensively off the body, and now a late whistle, and Tae-Song Kim says, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with him. It seemed like all those headers were innocent enough, and on the last one, the referee decided to make a call here.
So free kick coming up here for OC, and remember they've got a strong breeze behind them, so opportunity here in the 55th minute. Good look at J.J. Greer for the Switchbacks.
And this is direct, so we'll see what kind of range they have to, if they elect to try and get it past Davila Gorek.
Roy Mias to take the direct kick, and that's too much.
Yeah, it's really difficult to try to get it up over any wall that your opponent puts in front of you and then get it to kind of sink a little bit there at the end. And oh, by the way, find the right corner of the goal to be a tough chance there for the OC Blues.
Well, you have to believe as each second, each minute ticks by here at Switchback Stadium, the confidence just continues to grow for Davila Gorek. He has been so good here for so long at home. Has not given up a goal this season.
Now, are there rules as far for clean sheets the same as like no hitters in baseball? Are we not supposed to be referencing that, or are we okay?
Well, that is a question that I would refer to Roland Vargas on. I'm sure Roland is listening. He'll probably text us in a second shot, diving to his left. And Davila Gorek, a tremendous save.
And quick reaction there from Davila Gorek. That ball looked to be on target, and he just dove and was able to knock it away.
What a move.
Yeah, that was a really good
to get
move
off
there.
the shot at Davila. Look at that on the doorstep. OC Blues an opportunity. So he dodged one. Can he come up with another outstanding save? It's a corner kick. Another corner kick for OC Blues. Try to even this up at the 57th minute. Left-footed strike backside, and it will roll through the end line. Davila Gorek, outstanding between the posts here tonight.
On that last corner kick, OC Blues electing to kind of line everybody up at the top of the box here. And as you can see the ball coming in, everyone crashes, but the wind took it, I'm sure is what the explanation will be down on the field.
And Gorek, you can see, boy, just how tough it is, kicking into the teeth of the wind. The ball hangs up. Now defended there by Ibiaga. Good move along the end line, and Ibiaga and company recovered. able to slide through. And Josh Suggs, tremendous play defensively for the Switchbacks.
Yeah, Caesar here doing a good job of getting around Abiaga, but help defense there.
And my bad, that's Jordan Burt. So Heineken quarter kick for OC Blues. Bending it in, and it gets through. Line drive ball.
Yeah, I think the Switchbacks got ahead on that, and they'll get a throw, and OC Blues will.
You can see just a line drive strike. J.J. Greer there in position.
Look, I know that J.J. Greer's reason why he's in is a little bit unfortunate with the injury to Josh Phillips, but he's played really well since coming on for Josh.
For all the latest Nike Soccer news and information around the league, go to @NikeSoccer on Twitter. J.J. Greer tangled up for a moment into the corner now, and it will be an opportunity here for the Switchbacks. Goal kick and David Agoric.
OC Blues now going the opposite direction. They saw what the Switchbacks did to them when they had the win at their back in the first half, so they're thinking, why not try that here in the second half? But J.J. Greer doing a good job marking his man, and ball harmlessly rolls out of play.
Gorick, just a strong leg there to get it across midfield into that win. And Mike Seth taps it up, take it away there, giveaway. And now trying to counter is Orange County. Doubled up along the far side. Jordan Burt well positioned defensively with the Switchbacks.
The OC Blues playing everything in the middle of the field, which is good. We haven't seen too many balls over on the sides here that have resulted in throw-in. So OC using the middle of the field, and now they bring it to the near side.
Working opposite side of the field is Orange County. Seth there defensively, but the Switchbacks, Taysong Kim also pursuing. Here's Seth now. Here to the OC Blues end. Off to Marty Maben. Three defenders around him. Marty Maben weaves through the traffic. Here's Maben now. Quarter of the 18. Maben moves in. He continues to push it out. Cohen able to clear it out, but a good run by the forward for the Switchbacks.
And a great play on the other end by Mike Seth. The guy was coming at him like 90 miles an hour like a bull charging, and all Mike did was slightly move his foot, take the ball away, and then he started the play back the other way. Really good defensive play there by Mike Seth.
Still 1-0 our score, 61st minute of play. This is game number 9 of the season for the Switchbacks. Their 4th home game in USL play. And it's Colorado Computer Support, another fine sponsor of Switchback Soccer. Colorado Computer Support for all your computer support needs.
And this is the first time really this half that the Switchbacks have kind of slowed things down and been a little bit more meticulous. They kind of came out just 1 or 2 passes and then they turned it over. Now trying to matriculate the ball downfield, as Hank Stram used to say.
Downfield, and got a Hank Stram reference into this broadcast. That
2 a night. That's what I try to do, Josh.
Right.
2 a night. I don't know what else he said, though.
Quota's been met. So here we go. As Josh Cohen and company in a hole here, just 1-0, but right now it feels like the momentum really starting to switch in this game. We saw OC with a burst in this early part of the second half, but Switchbacks have really starting to attack offensively when given the opportunity. Here in the 62nd minute, Orange County winless in their last 3. The Switchbacks 3-game winning streak going back to May 8th when they were at Orange County. Anteater Stadium started that win streak with a 3-0 victory over this OC Blues team.
And now you have an OC Blues team that has been on the losing side of this thing, these games, for about 300 plus minutes now. And you would think that they would come out right out of the gate in the first half and play that the way they are in the second half, but it hasn't happened. But now you can tell a team that the weight of their losing streak is kind of weighing on them, and they're trying everything they can to try and knot this game up.
Takeaway there, Vercelloni now able to keep it for the moment. And now we're going to go the other way.
I thought initially we were going to see the referee allow OC Blues to play the advantage, or allowing the Switchbacks, excuse me, to play the advantage, but calling the play back here.
Ibiaga out in front, and there's Jordan Burt. Trying to get around the corner, on the cross, backside, Gonzalez bounces up in front of that, and punched out with the right hand by Josh Cohen. What a save by the OC Blues keeper.
Yeah, great plays on both sides. Jordan Burt with a phenomenal cross in, and Miguel Gonzalez and another switchback. We'll see here as the ball comes in. Miguel Gonzalez, not a great header. Vercelloni on the second header, much better, but full credit goes to Josh Cohen making another fantastic save.
Bang, bang play. Cohen comes up with an unbelievable save, but Josh Suggs, Nieder's corner kick. He scored the assist to Josh Phillips in the 32nd minute. And the other end of the field, here's another corner, bends it in, and Cohen again punching it out. Josh Cohen as advertised. This kid is unbelievable.
Yeah, it boggles the mind why we haven't seen him sooner for the OC Blues, because he has been really good.
And look at Cohen, the aggressiveness to come out, meet the ball, punch it out of harm's way. Well, as I mentioned, I talked to one of the staff members of the OC Blues before this match, and he said, you know what, Cohen has been outstanding, a lot to like about him, but Brandon Miller was just that much better, at least in their minds, those first 9 games or so this season. But obviously a 3-game winless streak, they had to try to switch it up, change the momentum. They're down in this one 1-0, but they've got to like what they see out of number 1. He is certainly the least of their problems here tonight.
Well, absolutely, and really goalkeeping, to your point, Josh, hasn't really been that big of an issue for them all season. It's going the other way. Offensively, can this team create enough chances to win games?
There's Mike Seth now into the quarter and headed up high in the air by Brenton Griffiths. And there is Cohen again, lunging out to make the play.
A few players on both sides kind of gave up on that, thinking that the ball was going to end up out. It did not. But Josh Cohen again, see there, he stayed with the play the whole time. You had other guys that were right in front of him who were kind of giving up, but Cohen watching it the whole time.
Into the box, and up comes David Agoric. So a little bit of a push here by Orange County, and Agoric, and perhaps cramping up. One of the OC Blues player, as Gonzalez keeps his feet, loses his feet, and now hits his head hard on the turf. And now a yellow card coming out for OC Blues.
Yeah, Jackson McCracken there, submarining Miguel Gonzalez. That he could have avoided that, and that's why you're getting the caution here. There's no reason for him to submarine Miguel Gonzalez like that.
And you can see Gonzalez getting in on his feet and then hitting the turf again. Jackson McCracken, that's the second yellow card issued to Orange County here tonight, as Joe Bacchiello leaving the match for Orange County. Fans, who do you think is the Better Business Bureau man of the match? You can tell us on Twitter your thoughts, opinions at Switchbacks FC. We'll announce the Better Business Bureau man of the match in interview with the star of the game after tonight's contest. Christian Ibiaga now up for Colorado Springs. There's Burt now. Great burst to get by the defender. Now Burt. Good ball to Maben, just a little too much on that touch. And Cohen plays it the other way for Orange County.
Gavord Karpapetyan is the new member of the OC Blues to come on here in the second half.
So he comes in for Bacchiello in a 1-goal deficit, 68th minute. And right into Ronnie Argueta. Now Jordan Birch set that up defensively, funneled Argueta up, and now back the other way for OC Blues with the left foot lobbed down. J.J. Greer in position, as is Josh Suggs, and David Legoric says, I got it.
And just no panic at all from the Switchbacks defensively. They wait for the OC Blues to come to them, and they just make the right play.
3 goals. 3 goals is all the Switchbacks have given up this season in the second half. A total of 6. They have been so good. Less than a goal a game through the 8 games to this point. 6 goals. They've outscored their opponents 14-6. On the flip side, OC Blues outscored by 5, 12-7 in a hole here. You have to believe we are ticking towards a point in this match at the 69th minute. Fatigue has really got to start to set in at some point. You have to believe in the next few minutes for OC.
Yeah, as hard as they've been working here in the second half, they don't look like they're slowing down yet, but you're right, Josh, that it seemingly at altitude, it's only a matter of time.
And a near miss there for Cohen. There's Miguel Gonzalez pressuring, and he'll chip it across midfield. J.J. Greer off the body. Ronnie Argueta. Zibiaga looks left, now goes to the right with the right foot, strikes it down, flicked over the head now. Loose is Marty Maben for a moment, recovering Orange County up ahead. Here's Seth. Seth, top of the 18, left-footed shot, and what a save by Josh Cohen. Unbelievable. With the left foot, keeps it a 1-goal game.
I don't know if Oliver Weiss is going to be more thrilled with the play of Josh Cohen or upset that he hasn't put this guy in his starting 11 sooner.
What a save with the left foot. That has got to be the save of the season we have seen here at Switchback Stadium. What a display. You've got David Legoric. He's got the shutout and tack. Josh Cohen give it up, the corner kick, the goal on the corner kick. But other than that, is fine of goalkeeping as we have seen out of both sides all season long. Tremendous play.
Absolutely, and both goalkeepers have been tested as much as they have been all season, and like you said, Josh, have played as well as we have seen all season. Well, Josh Cohen, we don't really have a sample for him yet.
And check it out again, worth a third look. You can see Seth breaking free.
And Cohen guesses wrong. He guessed wrong on this. He dove to his right, and Seth went back to the left, but Cohen needed every inch of his body to be able to kick it away.
Well, the USL, if you're watching, this has got to make the plays of the week, as does the corner kick. Well, Switchbacks FC, a place where you can find all your information. SwitchbacksFC.com, your home for Switchback soccer.
The substitution being made is now the referee is going to be disciplining some OC Blues players, but Davey Armstrong coming on for Marty Maben, maybe going with a little bit defense for offense type of substitution here for Steve Treachew, as he can feel the win within their grasp.
So the 72nd minute opportunity here for Colorado Springs. It's Luke Vercoloni, the captain. Miguel Gonzalez there as well. You got Suggs behind him, and then Christian Ibiaga.
And then Mike Seth, don't forget him, the black jersey lurking among all the orange ones.
That leaping ability of number 12. Tapped off. Here's Ibiaga, and OC Blues, they're going to beat him to the ball. Great anticipation on the part of Ivan Murkovic.
Yeah, really a tough spot. We talked earlier about those direct kicks, even though you're direct on goal, difficult to, get them up over the wall and then down. That's why the Switchbacks electing to pass it off, and maybe one too many passes there. OC Blues reading the back heel from Miguel Gonzalez.
Well, we just called the name of Ivan Mirkovic. He was one of the players that head coach Steve Tritchie was worried about. He came over from Sacramento Republic. Tell you, Roland Vargas working overtime, giving us all kinds of little nuggets for this game. And a red card comes out for the first time. Fans on their feet as Tae-Song Kim still on the turf for Colorado Springs.
Dusan Stevanich, or who? No, was it Mirkovic that?
Now Mirkovic is going to be gone. So a red card on a guy we just talked about. One of the players, Steve Tritchie, thought, hey, he could be a game-changing type of player here tonight, but not anymore. 74th minute, picks up the red card, and the fans letting him hear it. A tough blow for Orange County, but the good news is they're still down a goal, but they're running out of time. Fans fired up here tonight. A great crowd on a chilly night to start this Memorial Day weekend. Ivan Mirkovic out of the match with a red card. His night is over.
Yeah, and you mentioned Steve Tritchie focusing on him as one of the guys that could make a difference. Ironic thing is, in the end, he does make a big difference, but in a negative way as he gets sent off, and now the OC Blues are down to 10 men, having to try and come back against this vaunted back line of the Switchbacks.
Chipped up, Jordan Burt flicks it out. It'll go wire to the far side in OC. 75th minute here. Time is ticking away as they try to snap this 3-game winless streak. You got to believe the Switchbacks right now smelling blood, trying to add another goal and really put this game out of reach. Still a long ways to go, though. A scary thing if you're the Switchbacks, they played well, but Orange County down, they're one breakdown away out of the Switchbacks from evening this game up.
Yeah, so if you're the Switchbacks, you got to keep your form, realize what the score is, know the scoreboard, and realize that you don't have to take chances. They do. And OC Blues, conversely, see if they can make some mistakes, and the Switchbacks will be allowed to capitalize on it.
Ball played in now. And pressure there by Christian Ibiaga. Great control with the body. Tae-Song Kim chips it up. Here's Miguel Gonzalez. Gonzalez pressured with the right foot. Out of the far side, they'll push it up with Jordan Burt. Burt midfield to Mike Seth. Gets crossed up on the defense, and Seth ain't able to come out of there with a good pass to Vercoloni. Chips it near side to Josh Suggs. Here we go. Miguel Gonzalez, he's got some space. Into the OC Blues in. Josh Suggs now from Gonzalez. Back and forth, pinballed around. And that is Davey Armstrong, just checked in, headed out. And a good little push here by the Switchbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh Suggs is getting more involved here. He was such a key contributor in the first half. Haven't talked about him a lot in the second half, but in crunch time, he's been the one that the Switchbacks want to have the ball.
Well, a good burst for the Switchbacks. Fans, don't forget, July 19th from 5 to 9 p.m., join 94.3 Kilo RXP and 103.9 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC and John Eddy Productions for the second annual 719-day Brew Fest, recruiting the best local Colorado Springs breweries to participate and sample a unique variety of 719 base brew for this event. Still a 1-goal lead. Here's Bird. Good speed to the far side. Jordan trying to get by the defender there. Good little move. Drops the shoulder. Going back the other way. Burt. Cross. And position well defensively. OC Blues to cut that pass off.
And Jordan Burt has been so good in the corner. He set up a real scoring chance earlier in this half, and here just reversing directions here, nearly breaking ankles.
He had Luke Vercelloni, but again, that passing lane cut off. So, a Neaters quarter kick coming up for the Switchbacks, and it's Josh Suggs to take it, and a look at number 14 there. It's Akwafi Ajikwa, the newest OC Blues player, into the lineup here in the 78th minute.
You didn't think you were going to get away without mentioning him, were you?
Well, they need him as far as the spark goes. They're looking for something, and there is Josh Cohen coming up with a big play defensively to keep this a 1-goal lead.
And now you get the foul called on Mike Seth here, so that's going to kind of stifle that chance for the Switchbacks to get that elusive second goal that would really put this thing away.
Here's Argueta on the left side. Ronnie in open space and hung up, and fans on their feet throwing their hands up in the air and wanted a call. Not going to get one. Jackson McCracken, great defense. He was one of the key players we talked about at the back end in this pregame. He has played every minute this season for OC.
And it's not much. He just got in the way, didn't do anything against the rules, just got in the way, and Mike Seth fouled him, and we're going back the other direction. Sometimes defense isn't rocket science. Just get in the way.
And Argueta cuts in front to cut off the ball and draws a foul, and looked like he landed on the ball.
And Trevin Caesar there helping him up.
You can see there the burst by Argueta, and just pulled down from behind. Looked like he landed on his chest on ball, and to get his win back.
Well, Ronnie just gave the thumbs up, so he's good. He'll stay in here.
So out goes Trevin Caesar. Head coach Oliver Weiss trying to light a fire in his team here. Late in the second half, 80th minute, down a goal. Over the head of Mike Seth. And now Seth with a right foot. Here's Vercelloni, turns, and Gonzalez. That ball takes a switchback spin right to Gonzalez. Working a one-on-one, now one-on-two. Hesitation, Miguel now, doubled up in the corner. Miguel, and that's a throw-in for the switch. No, Miguel said, hey, it went off OC Blues, and now, well, they're going to say yes, it's OC Blues. Boy, it looked from this vantage point, should have been Switchback's ball. Official did not see it that way.
Yeah, or either that or it had wicked English on it, but it sure looked like it grazed someone in an orange shirt. See right here, as he gets caught up in the corner.
Oh,
wow.
Off that left knee.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we play on. A 1-goal game. Ibiaga pressuring, as is Taesong Kim. Can really sense the urgency starting to pick up for Orange County. Flicked up ahead. Here's the captain, Luke Vercelloni. Doubled up. Vercelloni so good with the ball. Safely plays it back. Taesong Kim. Here's Vercelloni again. Works the far side. Luke. Little bit of green. Across midfield. Bird up ahead. Ricochets off. Couple of hops, and now OC Blues will dump it back to Josh Cohen. Running out of time are the visitors. 82nd minute, but keep in mind they've got the win at their back. Can they take advantage? The Switchbacks, 8 minutes and change away from picking up their 4th consecutive victory overall and 4th straight here at Switchback Stadium. They have not given up a goal, looking for another one here tonight. Vercelloni drops it back to Gonzalez, up ahead to Luke. Luke, high ball, and it hangs up just a bit too long, and Orange County able to recover.
Yeah, that was certainly the right idea there. Luke Vercelloni giving it back to Miguel Gonzalez and taking off on his run. And Miguel had the right idea, just got a little bit too much air under it.
83rd minute, ticking towards that 83rd minute mark here. What a match it's been. USLsoccer.com, all your home for all the latest USL soccer news. You can get the standings, the stats, upcoming games, plays of the week. It's all there on USLsoccer.com. Tae-Song Kim is out. Here comes the veteran Aaron King. What a spark. A man who started matches last season. This is a well-seasoned player in professional soccer. And you talk about a luxury coming off the bench. A fine player like Aaron King. He knows his role.
And a really fan favorite given his local ties. He's up north from Denver. So fans really enjoyed him last year. Now they see a little bit less because of, like you said, Josh, the depth that this team has.
Shintaro Harada, another guy that played such a prominent role in the starting lineup, but it speaks to the credibility, the respect, the chemistry that Steve Tritchew's had when you have a guy like Aaron King and Shintaro Harada, who can start one season, come back to the same team the next, come off the bench, and the chemistry's there. Really a cohesive team, both starters and reserves.
Yeah, absolutely, and that comes from two things. One is the players themselves. They have to be accepting of a reduced role for the betterment of the team. Harada and King both have bought into that, and then that comes from the boss as well, Steve Tritchew. The guys respect him very much.
Fans, for USL Soccer information on Facebook, check it out, USL, and like the league on Facebook. Flicked up far side, Orange County looking to even it up. Bit of green grass here, back near midfield. They'll retreat, pressured by Mike Seth. Now Ibiaga, check that Aaron King closes in. There's Vercalone spinning. Seth splits the defense. King trying to push up front. That ball off the mark.
Switchbacks, it's not for lack of trying the Switchbacks' second goal here. It's just not coming. Give credit to the OC Blues. Even though they're coming forward and attacking, trying to get that last-minute goal, they're still defending very well.
That's a great ball down, but too much. The wind is at their back. Too much pace on that strike, and boy, time ticking away. Critical moments coming up, and boy, to this point, the critical moment of the game. How about our Penrose Front Range critical moment of the game? Josh Suggs, Josh Phillips header in the 32nd minute. That is the difference to this point of the match. Josh Phillips' celebration was on, and moments after that, injured his shoulder, left the game. We believe it was shoulder. Nonetheless, it was an injury, but that, folks, the goal, our critical moment of the game.
Kind of works on two different levels tonight, with not only the critical moment, but also Josh ending up getting hurt after that.
Well, a lot of candidates for our Better Business Bureau man of the match. David LeGork, boy, he could be a candidate every night, but that man right now, Josh Suggs, to me, the leader in the clubhouse. Haven't seen the results on Twitter. The fine play, he has done it on the back end defensively, but to set up that goal, the only goal of the game, he has been outstanding. He was close on another corner kick here in the second half, but my early vote goes for number 5, the former OC Blues captain, Josh Suggs. We'll see what Twitter Nation says here at the end of this match.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to disagree with you, Josh, I really can't. Josh Suggs has come out against his former team and played about his best game of the season. He was very good in Arizona, but he somehow topped it today. Barring something late happening here, I would say that Josh Suggs would be my vote, but it's not up to us.
Well, Josh Suggs is a player that picked up his first goal last week, as you mentioned, his first assist this week, really finding his stride. Defense is where he's made his name, but boy, the last 2 weeks offensively, he has been key in this Switchbacks winning streak. Big hop inside the 18, dangerous ball here, and Miguel Gonzalez positioned well. He recovers and able to clear it near midfield. And a man down, so we're going to have some extra time tacked on. This comes in the 87th minute. And it looks like J.J. Greer. And another set of fresh legs coming in for the Blues. Out goes Nikola Illich. And that is Grady Howe. '88th minute, so extra time tacked on to this one.
There's JJ coming out here too.
JJ Greer has been outstanding. Came in the 33rd minute for the injured Josh Phillips. So you got Suggs back there, Christian Ibiaga, Jordan Burt.
You remember the OC Blues are down to 10 men, so JJ Greer can afford to come off to the side for a moment, because only now are we at even strength, so to speak.
88th minute here. The Blues will play it up, a little bit of room here. Armstrong plays, now Greer comes right back in. And look at the win on that ball. Here's Jordan Burt, good spear to the far side. Burt to midfield. Jordan Burt looking down, ball in. Aaron King hangs up off the chest. Here's King with a left foot, butt to the back. King hits the turf in the box, and no call. Wow.
And the fans here at Switchbacks Stadium are not pleased.
Unbelievable. You thought we had a penalty kick coming up, and instead it is OC going the other way, but Aaron King took a shot, and man, clearly the officials not seeing what we in the box and this entire stadium saw.
Yeah, once he gets into the box there, you got to tighten up if you're a referee and call it a little bit tighter than you would out in the rest of the field, and maybe just late in the game, letting the players decide. You know, we as commentators sometimes complain about the referees not letting the guys play and deciding games. Maybe this is kind of the polar opposite of that, where they're letting the players on the field decide this game ultimately.
Boy, you love the speed in Jordan Burt. Look at him get by the defender. Now Luke Vercoloni. Fans on their feet here for the final minutes. We're in the 90th minute. We've got some extra time coming up. But right now, it's Switchbacks. Their opportunity here to make it 4 consecutive wins at home. Josh Suggs, perhaps our better Business Bureau man of the match. Midfield. And Vercoloni hits the turf momentarily, pops back up. All right, extra time coming up here. So 5 minutes of extra time. We got a lot of soccer left to be played here. So Aaron King will take over the captainship here as Vercoloni exits the game here. Extra time, 5 minutes.
Jacob Causey is going to be the one to come in for Luke Vercoloni, and Luke will hand the armband over to Aaron King.
So Jacob Causey, another one of those pickups in the offseason for Steve Tritchew. See if they can close the deal here.
A lot of added time. We are a long ways from having this thing decided. 5 extra minutes.
Oh, that's a great cross, and nobody there on the backside. Miguel Gonzalez. Boy, he's the guy, he gets a foot on that, it's all but over.
Yeah, I think this year has been a little bit frustrating for Miguel, because goal scoring came so easy, but when you do that, then teams start to game plan for you, and Miguel's playing well. You just got to find a way to break through and score a few more goals.
Ibiaga pinballs it off the stands on the far side, and OC sensing the urgency. And how about the support tonight? A cold night here. It's not chilly. I think it's got to the point of cold. Wind blowing, fans sticking around on this start to the Memorial Day weekend. Aaron King up ahead. King burst off the bench, and that'll be switchback ball. Well, you like the combination. Steve Tritchew tonight, J.J. Greer coming in the first half for an injured Josh Phillips, but talked about Jacob Causey. Aaron King comes into the second half. Davey Armstrong. no drop-off off the bench here for this Switchbacks team.
No, especially when you're talking about Greer and King, two really good substitutions from Steve Treachew. J.J. Greer, if there was a sub of the match, he would be that, because he was really good in relief of Josh Phillips here tonight.
Pressured there by Mike Seth. Aaron King hangs back. Now there's Ibiaga. Look at that size. Gets up in the air. And now Suggs heads it back. Argueta on the turf. Plays it low. King taken away. We get about just over halfway through the extra time. Just over 2 minutes to go here. Good push. And boy,
wow,
that is quite a call. And we got a card coming out. Yellow card issued. And we keep this broadcast neutral, but I'm sorry. I did not see what the official saw.
He pulled out the yellow and then went red right after it.
That's Christian Ibiaga, irate. But you got to keep it together. Have got to keep it together. And this is what the officials saw. And boy, I don't know what he saw. I have no idea.
I think he waved it off though. I think he pulled out the yellow, and then Ibiaga and Miguel Gonzalez especially had some things to say to him. Then he pulled out the red, and then he waved his arms like nothing.
So an opportunity here. Extra time for OC. Kurvig Karpatin.
Yeah, that was just a smart play by Miguel Gonzalez, I would say, as he slid in front of just to stop that ball.
Roy Mias out there as well for this kick. David Agork, does he have one more save in him?
Shades
Karpatin.
of that. Yeah.
He'll take the kick, and not even close.
All that build up, and then they clear the crossbar by a few feet. What I was going to say was shades of that OKC game to begin the year. The Switchbacks can't get out of their own end here late.
That is a tough blow for the Switchbacks. A card late. Stoppage time. Nonetheless, they're going to get out of here with a victory. What a win. They have got 4 games here at Switchback Stadium. They've yet to give up a goal, outscoring their opponents 5-0. And seconds away from another win here tonight.
Mike Seth getting grabbed there. A little bit of a hug.
Jacob Cossey, Ronnie Argueta chips it down, and that should just about do it. Final seconds of stoppage time. What a night for the Switchbacks. And a good ball up ahead. King in the box, trying to keep his feet. The cross, and another diving save by Josh Cohen. Unbelievable. This kid is outstanding.
Yeah, why not? One more, right? I'm sure that he'd trade all of those saves for a victory tonight, but he's been a tough nut to crack.
Not out of harm's way yet, and a big play at the back end by Christian Ibiaga. And still keeps his feet. And pinballs around. And what do we get, a handball? So.
That referee has, a
penalty kick in the final seconds of extra time. Unreal.
Yeah, that was the same referee that pulled out the yellow and then the red on Miguel Gonzalez, then waved it off, and now he's sticking to his initial call here on this go-round.
And we're going to have another look. And Ibiaga, furious. Well, tough to see in a bang-bang play. Looked like he hooked him with that left hand. Well,
God, at this point in the game, Josh, I mean, it's a little surprising that call is made. I'm not saying it's technically wrong, but just a tough one to make at this point.
Roy Mias to even it up, pick up a point, no doubt, for OC. David Agork, here we go. Penalty kick, Roy Mias, David Agork. Stoppage time! And we're even at 1. Unbelievable. Penalty kick, closing seconds. This thing was all but over in a miscue late. We had announced this thing all but over.
Yeah, really, really difficult for the Switchbacks to swallow this one. And that not only ties the game, and we'll see how much time the Switchbacks even have left to try and heave up something desperation, but again, that home goalless streak has now come to an end on that.
First goal they've given up at home all season long, and here it is, just a tremendous hesitation with the left foot.
Yeah, a little stutter.
Left, went right. And final seconds now, the Switchbacks, can they come up with a miracle play at the end of stoppage time? They will not. Boy, what a finish. All kinds of drama here. That's going to wrap it up here. The Switchbacks and OC Blues tied it 1 apiece. Back with a post game after this.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
A stunning result here at Switchback Stadium. Steve Tritchie, the head coach of the Switchbacks, irate. Christian Ibiaga in extra time called for a handball. Seconds left in extra time. That set up the penalty kick as the officials escorted off the field, and Roy Mias cashes in. This game was all but over, folks. The Switchbacks had it locked up. You thought, okay, they're going to pick up another 3 points. They're holding on, moving ever so close to that top spot in the Western Conference. Instead, Ibiaga called for the handball. Controversial call, no doubt. We have seen that call time and time again, or that play, I should say. And from this vantage point, it looked like Ibiaga did not come up with the handball. The officials did not see it that way. They award the penalty kick to the OC Blues. Roy Mias buries it as David Agork goes left. The ball goes right. Game over. A cold, cold night ends. It's 1 point for the Switchbacks, but this feels like a loss. They have this game locked up, and boy, a bitter defeat for Colorado Springs. I shouldn't say defeat, a bitter draw. They get a point, but this is a game they felt like they had 3 points, no doubt, here tonight. So the Switchbacks don't come up victorious at home for the first time this season. They were 3-0 coming in. That's the first goal they've given up all season long. But you got to tip your caps to OC. They were outplayed tonight. That man right there, number 1, Josh Cohen, he kept them in this match. He was sensational. This was his first regular season start in the USL, and all smiles for number 1. Feels like he won the game. For all intents and purposes, it should be a win for OC with that 1 point, because they were buried. Had no chance, you thought, in the closing seconds, but they played well enough to get the point. The Switchbacks, this is a bitter pill for this team to swallow. The Switchbacks now fall to 6-2-1 on the season. OC Blues 3-4 in their 3rd draw here in 2016. We, of course, try to get our Better Business Bureau man of the match, and of course, this taking a little bit longer. The players visibly upset for Colorado Springs as they're making their way over here to the fans on the near side. A tough loss night. A team that had this one, you thought, locked up. It did not happen here tonight, as Christian Ibiaga again called for the handball in the closing seconds of extra time, and that was the difference. Roy Milas buries it. You can see Josh Suggs, some company coming over here for our Better Business Bureau man of the match, and boy, it's going to be exciting or interesting to hear his take. Of course, you talk about a bitter pill to swallow. This, the former OC Blues captain against his former team, has an assist tonight and thought they had victory locked up, but it did not turn out that way in the end, as the Switchbacks come up on the short end. You see Aaron King, the veteran forward. He's been a part of some disappointing games. This has got to rank up there for the veteran out of Denver. 1-1. The final here tonight is our Better Business Bureau man of the match has made his way over with our Ryan Kaufman. Josh Suggs with Ryan Kaufman. Ryan, take it away.
I'm here with our Better Business Bureau man of the match, Josh Suggs. And Josh, what happened there at the end? What was the call that was made?
To be honest, I don't want to comment on it. You know, I mean, it's
How was it explained to you?
Well, they said it was a handball. I didn't see it. I don't think anybody on our team saw it. It's a really tough. That's a tough result for us, because we definitely should have had 3 points there. But there's nothing we can do. We just got to move on and get to the next match.
Yeah, and in the end, you guys defended really well. They really came after you in the second half, and you guys were able to hold, other than some unfortunate things there at the end.
Yeah, we did pretty well defensively, but I mean, man, it's just tough at the end of those games when they throw all those guys forward. They have amazing players on the team. Brenton Griffith's playing forward for them. I mean, he's just going to wreak havoc up there, and that's what he did.
Yeah. Well, good night for you with the assist and the way you wanted it, but thank you so much, Josh, for the time. You bet. There's Josh Suggs. Back up to you, Josh.
Thanks, Ryan. Always helps to have a little man there. Helps put things in perspective. But this one is going to sting for a while. The Switchbacks, they come up with the draw. 1-1, your final score. They scored in the 32nd minute. Josh Suggs, the assist to Josh Phillips. And then in extra time, a penalty kick coming off the foot of Roy Mias. And that is the difference in this one. Both teams come away with the point. So for the Switchbacks on the season, they go to 6-2-1. OC Blues 3-4-3 on the season, 12 points. The Switchbacks at 19 points. And as you take a look for the Switchbacks, they are back at home next week, Ryan Kaufman. They look to rebound against St. Louis on Saturday night, but this one's going to hurt for a bit.
Yeah, can they play St. Louis on Monday? Like, that's probably what they would like. It's like Josh said, really tough way to end the game, but they outplayed the OC Blues for 90-plus minutes. They can take that. They got a point. They wanted all 3, but they got a point, and just out of their hands, I guess.
And it's not like this team needs a fire lit under them, but it did light a fire, no doubt about it. And they are serious contenders as we head towards the mid-season mark here for one of the tops of the Western Conference, 19 points. They're going to be just fine. And you have to believe St. Louis, the coach, the team there east of the Mississippi, they know, hey, what's at stake next week. They got a team in Colorado Springs certainly going to be playing with a huge chip on their shoulder after a tough draw here tonight.
Yeah, they're still going to be unbeaten in their last few games, which is something positive for them. But yeah, they're going to want to right this, what they feel is an injustice. They're going to want to right that at St. Louis's expense.
Well, and for Josh Cohen, this perhaps a game-changing type, season-changing type play for OC. So some of the highlights there, and that is what shifted the momentum in this one. You can see Christian Ibiaga called right there. They called him for a handball. Official walks over, makes the call. Christian Ibiaga could not believe it. The Switchbacks had it locked up before this. Penalty kick, it was all but tied up after this.
Yeah,
Noemias buries it.
Yeah, you have 4 minutes of stoppage time. That doesn't happen. I mean, it's just funny how this game works sometimes, and PKs are difficult. Davila would have made the save of the year if he would have stopped that, and then Steve Treachu obviously upset with that. Team deserved better than the fate that they got tonight.
Well, they feel like, and they should, they had 2 points taken away tonight. Nonetheless, they come out with the point. 19 points on the season. They're still looking good here down the stretch as we inch closer to the midway mark here in the 2016 regular season. Ryan, it's been a pleasure here tonight. For our entire crew in the truck behind the camera, I'm Josh Howe saying so long from Switchback Stadium. The Switchbacks at OC Blues play to a 1-1 draw. Good night, everybody. We will see you next Saturday night.